Yes, Mr. P coming at you again, and of course, I know you see the paint, and you're like, oh, we're gonna paint! Oh yeah! Well, I have a bit of bad news. That's actually the second part of this particular project, but we have to do the first part first. So, the first part, let's jump right in. We're gonna actually draw a sea turtle. And then we're going to color it in with the Crayola crayons, and then we go back over it with the watercolors, okay? That is the whole overview of what we're doing. It's actually called a wax resist. Wax resist. First thing, of course, is we want to write our name on our paper, and then we're going to go ahead with our teacher's name as well. Now, wax resist. First things first, let's go ahead and draw the subject. A sea turtle. Yes, a sea turtle. I like turtles. Kind of like the turtle on Little Nemo. He was super cool, wasn't he? Who remembers his name? His name was Crush. There you go. And to draw a sea turtle like Crush, we're going to start off with an oval. And then we're going to make those gridded lines going down his shell, so that we can have some actual spaces to color in. Kind of like that there. Then you're going to have his head and everything. Now let me just stop right there though. If you're having problems making the oval and this gridded pattern thing right here, what I do have on the table are going to be these handouts, okay? These handouts are really cool. And what you do, let me get another sheet of paper here. What you do is you put your paper on top of that, okay? You put your paper on top of that, and then you can use paper clips. I have those too. You clip it on that end, turn it around, and clip it again. So now you can go through and you can just trace it. Now I'll have that on the table so that you can do that if you like. If you wanted to make your own grid lines, you can. If you just wanted help with the circle, you can just draw the, oval. You can just draw the oval and then stop. But if you want to draw the whole thing, you can do the whole thing, and then, you're done. You take the paper clips off, and then take that, put it back in the bag. Go ahead and draw his head. His head is, oh, you know what side is up? I want to make, that gives me more room up there to draw the head, so I'm going to do that. And the head is really easy. It's just a little, almost like half circle, rainbow type shape. And then his fins or hands out to the side that propel him forward kind of go up and curve a little bit. They're not really legs per se. They're more like paddles almost. I don't have a better term for them. Like I don't know, no arms or anything like that, but almost like wings, almost underwater wings, and they kind of propel them forward. They kind of do this motion. Kind of funny. It's really cool. I think they're actually flying in the water. It seems like they're flying in the water. Then you have the tail down there, and then you can do his little feet. Kind of have the same kind of thing going on with the paddles. Paddle, and you can see I'm kind of going off the page a little bit because I drew traced the oval so large that it kind of made it go off the page just a little bit. We could put his little eyes in. It's kind of a bird's eye view. You're looking at the top of the turtle shell. Put his little eyes in, and you're finished. You're finished drawing it. Pick any 3 colors. I think 3 colors would be enough. I think let's do a light green, because of course turtle, we want to make him a little green. Put a little green in there somewhere. And then we have that's a red orange. You probably can't read that. I'm going to go with a red orange, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe a purple. Yeah. Oh, blue violet. Let's do a blue violet. All right, that'll work. I like 3. Now I'm going to color the smallest square, which is probably this one right here, just so we can save a little time. We're already at 5, going on 6 minutes here. I'll start off with the green. Now what I want to do is color a pattern. I'm going to color a pattern. We got a grid shape already, but I'm just going to follow that grid shape pattern that I already have here. Follow that grid shape pattern We're gonna go one color all the way around, like so. See that? And then let's go to the next color. I guess I'll go for the purple. We've already talked about not leaving those little white marks behind, you know, cleaning up your artwork when you're working with crayons and color pencils and things like that. So let's remember to do that. We don't want to leave too many of those little white lines or white spaces when we're coloring with this type of media here. Okay, and then let's go to our third color, and I'm just going to go ahead and color it all in. Okay, now to save time, that's kind of what each square should look like. Okay, you should go again to the next square, do the same thing on the outside with this color, and then repeat the pattern. What was the next color we used? Yeah, it was the blue violet. So you go inside and do the blue violet. And then what was the last color we used? Yeah, it was the red orange. And you color the inside all in with the red orange. Now you do that with the whole turtle shell. The whole turtle shell. And then don't forget, you probably just want a regular green. Let's see if I have a regular green around here somewhere. I thought I did, and I do. You don't have to use a regular green, but you can. I'm going to do a regular green, and you just go through and you color in his arms or wings, I guess you will, if you will. Don't forget about that. I'm not going to do the whole thing here. I'm just going to kind of give you a quick overview. You see how I left those white spaces? Do we want to leave those white spaces, boys and girls? No, that's what I mean by cleaning up your artwork. You want to go through and make sure you take care of all of those little spaces, okay? Now I have one that I almost finished. I'm going to show you that one. Isn't that awesome? I thought that was so cool. Yeah, I almost finished it. The only thing I really have to do is the head. I'm going to finish the head, but I have lots of little bitty squares in mind. Yours is not going to have so many, especially if you traced it. Yours is not going to have so many little ones, but I thought that was best because I ended up taking me much longer to do this than I thought it should have when I originally drew it out. So anyway, we're all going to make the turtle shell. This is step one. Step two, of course, will be the watercolor part, and I'll explain that in a little bit more detail next time. So without further ado, I would like for you to go and have fun.